Subscribe to ABN Media Network and become part of our family and learn so many new things.
In the madhouse. In those days, I spent most of my time in the mental asylum. Two of the top psychiatrists in Lahore were my friends. Whenever I had free time, I would visit them, and they would introduce me to some truly remarkable lunatics. Dr. Rashid Chaudhry treated elite families and educated patients, people who had graduated from Oxford, Cambridge, and Harvard. One day when I visited his office, a well-dressed, wealthy madman was sitting there. He was wearing an expensive Italian suit, wearing rich perfume, and had a Cuban cigar between his fingers. The room was filled with the soft scent of the cigar smoke while the educated madman passionately hurled abuses in Punjabi, Urdu, and English at the doctor. Dr. Rashid listened with great patience and focus. When the man grew tired, the doctor signaled the staff, and they carried the chair, with the man still in it, out of the room. I asked, "Sir, how do you stay calm after hearing such filthy language?" The doctor smiled and said, "Because I know he's insane. And if you get angry at a madman, it means you're crazier than he is." That day, I took that lesson to heart. If we are normal, we shouldn't get emotional over what mad people say. We should even be able to listen to their insults peacefully. So whenever I find myself in a difficult situation, whenever I run into a madman, I remember Drive. Rashid Chaudhry. I apologize to the madman, admit my fault, and move on. I never argue or debate with a mad person. On the rare occasion I make that mistake, I can't sleep without a sleeping pill that night. The second doctor, my other friend, treated poor patients at the government mental hospital in Lahore. I used to visit him twice a week for conversation. His asylum was full of extraordinary lunatics. Once, I met a man who believed he was God, God forbid, and had decided to bring the day of judgment. He wouldn't speak to anyone unless they addressed him as Almighty. One day I asked him why he wanted to end the world. He glared at me and shouted, "A world where onions cost 80 rupees a kilo, shouldn't it be destroyed?" I immediately nodded in agreement. He was pleased and said, "You're the only intelligent person I've met in 10 years. Everyone else in this country is an idiot." He added, "Keep meeting me. I'll soon make you my deputy." I placed my hand on my chest and promised. But he added one condition: whenever you visit, bring me 2 packs of gold leaf cigarettes. I agreed and kept bringing him cigarettes until onions became cheaper, and he cancelled his plan to end the world. In that asylum, I also had the honor of meeting both Zulfikar Ali Bhutto and General Zia-ul-Haq. They lived in the same cell, ate from the same tray, and kept threatening to hang each other. Bhutto would shout, "Zia, I'll hang my boots from your mustache." And Zia would laugh and reply, "Mr. Bhutto, I've already trimmed my mustache. How will you hang your boots now?" Bhutto would then scream, "Coward! If you're a real man, grow your mustache again." Then, in a dramatic frenzy, Bhutto would rally his imaginary followers to tear off the general's uniform, while Zia would address his fellow countrymen and issue commands to guide the nation. I once met a scholar there who claimed to be from the children of Israel and said he had traveled from Egypt to Palestine with Prophet Moses, peace be upon him. He would narrate, in great detail, how he had witnessed the parting of the Red Sea and personally accompanied Moses to Mount Sinai. He even claimed that he once possessed the Ark of the Covenant, until some Kashmiris from Lahore stole it. He'd say, "Come with me to Shah Alami, I'll show you where they've hidden it." His storytelling was so vivid and confident that we sometimes started to believe him. But there was always one slip-up. He used to say, "I took Moses to Mount Sinai on my bicycle." And if anyone dared to mention, "But sir, bicycles didn't exist back then," he'd immediately launch into a long, passionate history of the bicycle, insisting it was never invented, it was revealed by God himself. I met countless fascinating scholars there, Imam Ghazali, Ibn Rushd, and plenty of Avicennas. There was even a doctor who claimed he could cure kidney stones using ants. I asked how. He said, "Kidney stones are sweet. Feed the patient half a handful of live ants, they'll go into the kidneys and eat the stones." He claimed that Jewish pharmaceutical companies, in alliance with the government, had him locked up because his free cure threatened their business. "Once I'm free," he said, "I'll change the entire field of medicine." I met politicians too, each one convinced he understood the nation's problems and had all the answers. One of them claimed he could end unemployment in a month. How? I asked. Hire everyone in the country above 18, he said confidently. And where will you get the money for salaries? He replied, sell our glaciers to Saudi Arabia. It'll cool down their country, boost the Umrah season, and we'll earn royalties to pay everyone. Another mad scientist had a plan to end load shedding. The government should make 100 million tiny turbines and tie stray dogs to them, he said. They'll generate electricity every day. I asked, but what will the dogs eat? He smiled. The ones that die during production will feed the others. I kept visiting those 2 asylums in Lahore for 2 years. Those were some of the most fascinating years of my life. In that time, I learned something valuable. Every madman has 6 qualities. First, a madman talks endlessly. He never stops or lets others speak. Second, he is unnaturally serious. Even when he laughs, you see gravity in his eyes. Third, 90% of madmen have immense religious or spiritual knowledge. Fourth, the greater the madness, the stronger the conviction. A madman can swear the sun rises in the west and that Jews change the name of West to East to fool the world. Fifth, every madman daydreams and believes his dream is real. And sixth, every madman is a master of argument. You can never win against him. If you doubt my observations, visit a mental hospital yourself. You'll agree with my madness analysis. And if you don't have time, just look around you. You won't need to go to an asylum. This whole country has become one, filled with scholars, scientists, politicians, thinkers, doctors, and saints. And you'll find all 6 traits in every one of them.